Hi, it's Tanya. Topic number 9. This is Jonah before the whale. So we all know the story of Jonah, how Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights. Well, nobody really talks about what happened before Jonah got swallowed up by the whale. So basically, God told Jonah to go preach at this city um, against all their wickedness, because it's a very wicked city. Jonah didn't want to go preach at this city about their wickedness, so he decided to run away from the presence of God. In his running, he found a ship that was actually sailing in the opposite direction of the city he was supposed to go preach at. Well, Jonah paid his fare. He got on the ship. He went down to the bottom level of the ship. He fell asleep. God sent a storm that was so bad that it was about to break the ship into pieces. So the men on the ship were trying to figure out why the storm was so bad, why the waters were raging so terribly, what was going on. They were like afraid of their life. They were just knew they just were gonna die. It was just so bad. The storm was crazy. So they decided amongst themselves to just start throwing cargo over into the sea to try to lighten the load of the ship, to see if that would kind of calm things down, so the boat can settle. Well, that didn't work. So then they decided to pray to their gods to see if their gods could possibly save them. That wasn't working. So the captain of the ship, he went down, he woke Jonah up and told Jonah, hey, wake up, pray to your God, see if your God can save us, because the ship is about to break into pieces and we all about to die. So, get up and do something. So they decided to cast lots. And the men on the ship decided to cast lots, and casting lots is equivalent to like rolling dice. So basically, all the lots fell on Jonah. So they know, okay, well, he's the cause of everything that's going on right now. So when they found that out, they was like, okay, what's your occupation? Where are you from? What country are you from? Who are you? They was asking him a bunch of questions about who he was, where he came from, what's your occupation, what you do, and while you're here, just a bunch of just trying to get some answers of who this man is that's on our ship that's causing all this chaos. So then Jonah told them that he had fled from God, that he was, disobedient, and he fled. He didn't want to preach at the city or whatever. So they asked Jonah, they was like, why did you do that? And then they were like, okay, well, if you are the cause of this storm, then you should know how to stop this storm. So you need to come up with some answers like quick. So Jonah was like, the only way that it would stop is if you throw me over into the sea. So the men, they had sympathy for him. They tried to make it to land to let him off. I guess it was feeling sorry for him. I don't know. But they could not even make it. The storm was so bad that they couldn't even make it to land. So they ended up, tossing him over. They ended up tossing him over, and they was begging God not to kill them, on behalf of whatever Jonah did. It was like, Lord, please spare us, our lives. Please don't let us die because of this man or what this man did. We had nothing to do with that. Please spare us, please save us. We, regardless of what he did, please save us. They were begging to God, not to let them die, not to kill them. So they overthrew Jonah into the sea, and then everything just calmed down. I mean, instantly the sea was calm. So, with all that being said, and then when he was in the sea, that's when Jonah ended up getting swallowed up by the whale. So, the point of Jonah before the whale, this topic is a lot of people go through stuff like this and they don't realize that they've allowed people, to come into their lives, and they've allowed people to move into their homes, and they've allowed people to come into their circle, and into their intimate place, wherever that may be, and people are causing chaos and wreaking havoc in people's lives, and people don't understand the root of a lot of their issues and a lot of their problems that they're having. So my question is, who are you so loyal to? Who are you so loyal to that you are willing to lose everything everything rather than just cutting ties, dismissing them, and letting things go to save your life, whether it be spiritually or physically. You know, who is so important that you are willing to just let let it just take you under. You know, a lot of people have allowed people to move into their homes, and I mean, from the moment they get there, it's nothing but hell. You know, nothing but. And people, it's like they're not correlating the two, and they're not putting it together. You know, it's like it's crazy because Jonah was sleeping. Jonah was sleeping. He he was asleep. They were like literally about to lose their minds. They were scared. They were fighting for their lives. They were literally about to die. The ship was about to break completely apart. They were all just gonna drown. Okay. They've gone through all of this trying to put everything together and save everything. And he down in the bottom of the boat sleeping, resting, and he the one that caused all the chaos and the trouble. You know, so again, okay, let's think about it. Who have you allowed to come into your life? Who have you allowed to come into your home, or who have you allowed to come into your family? Who are you trying to save? You know, a lot of times people can come into your life and bring so much chaos and confusion, but people are too loyal to overthrow them. You know, they're too loyal to this person to a lot of people say, well, I let somebody live with me for a little while. I can't put them out on the streets. We family, and we gotta look out for one another. We all we have, and this and that. Joshua 24:15 says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So if anybody is in your house that is not serving the Lord, if anybody's in your house that is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're bringing all kind of hell, do not sacrifice your soul to please somebody else or to try to help save somebody else. That's God's job. That is not your job. God does not need help doing his job. He can do his job all by himself. He doesn't need any help. So if there's somebody that you're trying to save, even though you know that they're causing hell, even though you know that they're bringing chaos into your home, don't try to do God's job for them. You need to cut ties, let that person go before your whole family goes under. Okay, it's not worth it. Okay, every man has to stand before God for himself. God is not going to hear at the end of the day on your judgment day, well, I couldn't do this because I had this person and they was. You don't hear all of that. Everybody has to give an account for his or her own life. So I recommend and suggest that we all take some time and really think about this. If there's anybody in our lives that we're trying to save, that we're trying to help, that's bringing nothing but hell in our lives, it is not worth you letting you and your family or you go under for the sake of somebody. Whether it could be family, it could be anybody. Forget being loyal. The only person you have to be loyal to is God. That's the only person you have to be loyal to is God. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. As for you and your house, you will serve the Lord. If they're not on the same page and they're, bringing, let's say, you let somebody move into your house that's not married, okay, but then they have their significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, spend nights and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden things start to go wrong in your house. Your refrigerator break one day, the next day your washer dryer break, and the next day something else happens, and things just keep happening back to back, and it's like, God is trying to tell you, okay, I'm showing all this is happening, for a reason. All this is happening, like the devourer has come, and all this is happening for a reason. But we can't put, two and two together. It's like you have somebody living in your house that may be a gambler, or they may be somebody that do drugs, or they may be somebody who have some other kind of issues or something like that, and you can't but everything in your house is going bad, like you can't seem to stay ahead. things are breaking and different stuff just going crazy and stuff like that, and you can't seem to put two and two together. Well, you have to really examine, okay, is there anybody in my house that's not paying tithes? Is there anybody in my house that's not giving to God or worshiping, or is anybody in my house that's not serving the Lord? And if you can identify a person like that, you need to just put your big boy pants on, your big girl pants on, and do what you have to do, because it is not worth you. It is not worth you losing your life and sacrificing your soul for the sake of trying to be loyal to somebody else. Whether that person has done so much for you in the past and you feel like you owe it to them to help them out when they need help. If they're coming in your house bringing all kind of demonic spirits, all kind of unclean spirits, they're bringing all kind of hell and stuff, you know what? Let God repay them for what you owe them. You have to, at some point, you have to be able to cut ties and put God first. As for you and your house, don't worry about trying not to hurt somebody's feelings. Let God use you. You can say it in a way that won't be as harmful, but let God let God do the patching up. Let God, don't worry about their feelings. God knows how to mold that person and shape that person. God knows their heart. God knows how to console them. God knows how to keep them. You don't have to do God's job for him. He can do his job all by himself. So today, what I want you guys to understand is, don't just, when you think about Jonah in the well, don't just think about him being in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights. Think about what happened before he got swallowed up by the whale. You had these people that was minding their own business. They were doing their own thing. They were perfectly fine until Jonah came, and it's just like he was asleep. He didn't even, it's not like he came on the boat with a bunch of chaos and causing confusion and all that. He didn't even come on the boat with no drama at all. He was just asleep. But because of what he had going on between himself and God that nobody else knew about, that found that house, that found that ship, that found wherever he was, all that followed him, and that found him. That found him where he was. So he brought all of that with him unintentionally. He didn't intend to. He didn't know all this was going to happen, but because he just decided to just jump on somebody else's ship, now they're all suffering, fighting for their lives. They're going crazy trying to figure out how to survive because they got somebody on their ship that then brought all kind of stuff with them, all kind of issues, all kind of drama, all kind of everything. So it's not worth it. At the end of the day, it's not worth it. It's too much going on in the world right now to be trying to save somebody else. That's what God is for. We cannot save everybody. So don't worry about being loyal. Look, hey, time out for loyalty. Everybody have to just seek God for themselves, cut ties. Joshua 24:15, and don't just quote it, live by it. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. You letting somebody live in your house, they don't even, go to church, worship God. They ain't gonna have nothing to do with God. They don't want you even talking about God around them. See you later. Because all of that, God can cause all kind of chaos to come to your house, and storms from back to back, trying to get your attention. But some people just, even though God's giving them all these signs, they still just continue to let whoever the person or people may be just bring them down and drown them. These people on this boat was about to drown. They're about to lose their life behind this one person that came with all this stuff, with all this drama. So, and then it was silent drama. He didn't even come on the boat being all loud and crazy. It was silent drama. He was just chilling, sleeping. But because he had done something, that only God knew about, and he came to their house, came to their ship, everybody was about to go under. Everybody was about to drown. So, this is God speaking to you, telling you, let it go, let him or her go, let God take care of them. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You're not obligated to anybody. You look out for your soul. Do what you have to do. Save your family, save yourself. You know, we do have to care for one another to a certain extent, but it should not come at the price of your soul. I'm not saying don't help anybody. I'm saying don't compromise your soul while you're trying to help somebody. That's all that I'm saying. So I pray that, from here on out, when you think about Jonah and the whale, think about what happened before Jonah got swallowed up by the whale, and how he ended up getting swallowed up by the whale. He was disobedient. His disobedience caused confusion, not just for him, but everybody around him. So and also consider your disobedience, whoever around you that your disobedience may affect. It goes two ways. So your disobedience can affect somebody else in a bad way. So could you possibly be bringing somebody down because something that you done that only you and God know about? Could you possibly be Jonah? Could you possibly be the one about to take everybody under and drown everybody because of your sins, that don't nobody know about but you and God? So you can look at this a lot of different ways. So let's take some time for self-examination. Let's take some time to really think and see if anybody comes to mind to our spirits while you're looking at this video, and just deal with things accordingly. And that's the word on Jonah before the whale. Amen.